The Thunder are crushing everyone. 12 wins, 1 loss. They're not just winning, they're dominating. But here's the thing nobody's talking about. 4 teams are quietly building something dangerous, something that could end Oklahoma City's dynasty before it even starts. And one of them just made the most insane trade in NBA history. Before we break down these championship contenders, I need to ask you something. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Here's the crazy part. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It takes 2 seconds, costs you nothing, but helps us keep bringing you this level of analysis. So go ahead, smash that subscribe button right now. Done. Awesome. Let's start at number 5 and work our way up. The New York Knicks are sitting at number 5, and before you roll your eyes, hear me out. Yes, they're 7-4 right now. Yes, they have questions about depth, but this team has something special brewing at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks went all in last summer, and I mean all in. They gave up 5 first-round picks to get Mikal Bridges from Brooklyn 5. That's the kind of move you only make when you believe your window is now. And you know what? Bridges delivered when it mattered most. In last year's playoffs against the Celtics, he came up clutch with game-sealing defensive plays. A crucial steal from Jaylen Brown in Game 1 another from Jason Tatum late in Game 2. Those plays helped the Knicks take a 2-0 series lead on the road in Boston. Then there's Jalen Brunson. The man is a certified killer in the fourth quarter. And Karl Anthony Towns gives them a legitimate second star who can take over games. The biggest move this offseason? They fired Tom Thibodeau after 5 seasons and brought in Mike Brown. Brown's known for offensive creativity and faster tempo. That's exactly what this roster needs. They also added Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele for depth. Are they deep enough to match the Thunder or the teams we're about to talk about? That's the question. But here's why the Knicks are dangerous. Madison Square Garden in the playoffs is a different beast. The energy, the history, the pressure on opposing teams. This team has star power, playoff experience, and they play in a conference that's wide open right now. Can they beat Oklahoma City? It's a long shot. But stranger things have happened when the Garden is rocking and the stars align. At number 4, we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers. And this team should scare you if you're a Thunder fan. Let me hit you with some numbers. Last season, the Cavs won 64 games with 9,999 total points scored. They had the best record in the Eastern Conference and were the only team to put 3 players in the All-Star game. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley won Defensive Player of the Year. Kenny Atkinson won Coach of the Year. So what's the problem? Playoffs. For the second straight year, they got bounced in the Eastern Conference semifinals. They swept Miami in round 1, then got demolished by Indiana 4-1 in round 2. But here's why they're still dangerous. They didn't panic. They brought in Lonzo Ball through a trade, added Thomas Bryant and Larry Nance Jr. in free agency, and kept their core intact. Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, and Jarrett Allen all return. They know how to dominate the regular season. Now they just need to prove they can do it when everything's on the line. And here's the thing about experience. Every playoff loss teaches you something. Mitchell is entering his 9th season and he's never made it past the second round. That kind of hunger can fuel a championship run. Can they beat the Thunder? Absolutely. Mobley is a problem for anyone, including Chet Holmgren. Mitchell can go toe-to-toe with any scorer in the league. If their defense travels to the playoffs, they have the tools to win it all. Number 3 is where things get absolutely wild. The Houston Rockets just pulled off the largest trade in NBA history. 7 teams, 13 players. And at the center of it all, Kevin Durant. Let that sink in for a second. Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever touch a basketball, a 2-time champion, a 2-time finals MVP. He's now in Houston. The Rockets sent Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the 10th pick in the draft, and 5 second-round picks to Phoenix. That's it. For a player of Durant's caliber, that's highway robbery. Last season, Houston went 52-30 and grabbed the 2 seed in the West. They ended a 5-year playoff drought and announced to the league, "We're back." But they had a glaring weakness. They couldn't create their own shot when the game got tight. They ranked 27th in effective field goal percentage on off-the-dribble jumpers. That's a death sentence in the playoffs. Enter Kevin Durant, the man who led the NBA last season in points per direct isolation. He shot nearly 50% on jumpers, over 53% on mid-range shots, and a ridiculous 51% on off-the-dribble jumpers. That's not just good. That's elite. That's exactly what Houston needed. And here's the beautiful part. Durant doesn't even need to be the primary ball handler. Fred VanVleet and Alperen Sengun can run the offense. Durant just does what he does best. Get buckets. In any situation, against any defender, the fit is perfect. The defense was already elite. They had the second best record in the West without a true closer. Now they have one of the greatest closers in basketball history. Oh, and Durant, he's all in. He signed a 2-year extension worth $90 million. He took $30 million less than the max to give the team financial flexibility. That's a veteran move. That's a championship move. Right now, Houston has the 5th best championship odds at plus 1,400, but don't let the numbers fool you. This team is dangerous. Can they beat the Thunder? Here's the thing. Durant used to be a Thunder. He knows that organization inside and out. He knows what it takes to beat them. And he's got something to prove. The West just got a whole lot scarier, and Houston is right in the thick of it. Coming in at number 2, we have the Denver Nuggets. And if there's one team that can legitimately beat Oklahoma City, it's Denver. Why? 2 words: Nikola Jokic. The best player on the planet. The guy who makes everyone around him better. The 3-time MVP who can beat you in 47 different ways before halftime. Denver's sitting at 7-2 right now with the second best offense in the league at 124 points per game. Their point differential is plus 13, second only to the Thunder. But here's what makes Denver so dangerous this year. They got better. They traded Michael Porter Jr. to Brooklyn and got Cam Johnson back. They brought back Bruce Brown, who was a massive part of their 2023 championship run. They added Tim Hardaway Jr. for shooting and experience. They traded for Jonas Valanciunas to beef up the frontcourt. This isn't just a good team. This is a retooled championship team that learned from their mistakes. And the betting public, they believe. Denver leads all teams in the number of bets placed at BetMGM. They're second in total money wagered, only behind the Lakers. That's respect. But here's the real reason Denver is the second best team in this race. Jokic in the playoffs is a different animal. The man averaged a triple-double in their championship run. He controls the pace. He controls the tempo. He makes role players look like all-stars. And in a 7-game series against the Thunder, that's where experience matters. Denver's been there. They've won it. They know what it takes. Can they beat Oklahoma City? 100% yes. If there's any team built to slow down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren, it's Denver. Jokic can outplay anyone. Their offense can match the Thunder's pace, and their championship pedigree gives them an edge in close games. This is the matchup everyone wants to see in the Western Conference Finals. And finally, at number 1, the team everyone has to beat, the Oklahoma City Thunder, 12-1, best record in basketball. Reigning NBA champions. And they're not even close to full strength yet. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing out of his mind. He's averaging over 33 points per game, ranking 3rd in the entire league. He's the reigning MVP. He's the reigning Finals MVP. And somehow he's getting better. Chet Holmgren is a defensive monster. He's protecting the rim, stretching the floor, and making plays that 7-footers aren't supposed to make. And here's the scary part. Jalen Williams hasn't even played yet this season. He's recovering from wrist surgery. When he comes back, this team goes to another level. The Thunder have the second best offense in the league. They have a top-tier defense that's allowing 4 fewer points per 100 possessions than anyone else. They're deep, they're young, and they have that championship swagger. Their average age is 25 years old. They're the second youngest championship team in NBA history, but they play with the maturity of veterans, and the odds reflect it. They're sitting at plus 185 to plus 200 to repeat. That's about a 30% chance according to Vegas. Those are massive favorites in a league with this much parity. Can anyone beat them? Yes. Denver has the talent. Houston has the star power. Cleveland has the regular season dominance. The Knicks have the playoff experience. But right now, the Thunder are playing a different game than everyone else. They're not just winning, they're dismantling teams. They beat the Lakers by 29 points on the second night of a back-to-back. They came back from 19 down against Memphis like it was nothing. This is a team on a mission, and until someone proves they can stop them 4 times in 7 games, they're the team to beat. So, there you have it. The top 5 contenders for the 2026 NBA Championship. The Thunder are the favorites, but Denver has Jokic. Houston has Durant. Cleveland is hungry. And the Knicks have Madison Square Garden magic. This season is going to be incredible. Who's your pick to win it all? Can anyone stop Oklahoma City? Drop your predictions in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the biggest stories in basketball. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.